Hey, what's up, everyone? So, welcome back. When we last saw each other, I was putting the finishing touches on searing the pork belly and getting that into the oven. What I'm going to show for you right now is what it looks like after about 10 hours in the oven. And then I'm going to I've got some julienne, daikon radish and julienne carrots with some really thin sliced serrano peppers that I'm going to use for the for to pickle as a condiment to go with the pork belly. So, without further ado, let's take a look. All right. I've got the pork belly out. I've got the julienne vegetables and the vinegar mix started. Actually, I've already boiled it. So it's sugar, water, rice wine vinegar, and salt. And then I'm going to show you kind of how we're going to put that all together. All right. So you saw me sear the pork belly. I put it in the oven with the marinade, covered it with plastic wrap and aluminum foil, and put it in the oven at 190 degrees for about 10 and a half hours. I took it out of the oven, let it rest for about an hour, and then put it into the refrigerator. You can see all this beautiful fat. If you wanted to reserve that, you could, and use it later on for something else. All this liquid that you see right there. Let's see if I can get. You see down in that. I wanted to use this Pyrex so that you could see all that beautiful cooking liquid that came off. I can use that to make a sauce for the finished dish. So here I have my julienne daikon, carrots, and serranos. And right over here I have my pickling liquid. As I had said before, water, rice wine vinegar, sugar, salt. You can go anywhere on the internet and find any recipe that you want to use to make pickled vegetables. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my cooking liquid, my vegetable mix. Just going to pour that over. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. How that was so difficult. Can you believe how hard that was? It's not hard. I'm just making a joke and being a dick. Um, but actually, so doing pickled vegetables, people think of like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, you'll never hear me say like chefs aren't awesome. But you can still do some of the stuff that we do in our restaurants and you see on the Food Network. You can do it at home. It's not that difficult. I'm pulling back the curtain a little bit, so to speak, so you can see what happens. So we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna move this aside, and I'm gonna pull out one of these little bad boys right here. And so the reason that, remember I said this takes like 1.5 to 2 days, is you want the pork belly to be able to set back up. So if I pulled this out of the oven after 10 hours and just started to try to cut it and do other things with it, it would fall apart. So what's going to end up happening is I will cut it. I'm going to cut it like this. So if I split it in half so I could fit it in the pan and in my cast iron skillet. So I will take these and cut them, and they'll end up looking like real thick pieces of bacon. And then I will sear them. They'll get really nice and crunchy and crispy on the outside and be real tender and buttery on the inside. That's kind of what I go for when I'm making pork belly. So I'm going to cut one of these pieces. So take a look. Take a look at that. That just looks... So what I did was, again, I seared this. I did the marinade. And I cooked it for about 10 hours at 190 degrees. And you can see, if you see how that looks right there, that looks like a slice of bacon. And that's what we're going for. So the reason that I put it back in the refrigerator is so that it will come back together and set itself back up. So I cut a little slice off, and I'm probably going to end up with pieces just about like this big. And then I will sear them. I'll cook it on one side. It'll get really nice and crispy, and really nice and crispy on the other side. And then I'm going to probably fry some wontons and then use this liquid. I'll reduce it down, make it into a sauce, and have a little bit of the pickled vegetable with the pork belly and some of that sauce. So, and you remember in the marinade, it was brown sugar, soy sauce, and chili paste. But I got to tell you, I tasted a little bit of this. So freaking delicious. Sorry, I usually don't try to talk with my mouth full, but damn. And it's so soft and so buttery. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with doing something like this. So, give it a try. I'll show you the final dish. I'll try to show you when I get it set up. I'll snap some photos, post them on my Instagram. But if you like what I'm doing, if you like what I've shown you, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, go to Fryerpod.com. I'm really doing this for you. It's me sharing the knowledge that I've gained over the years to help make you a better cook. Peace.